driving together, you know what I'm saying?
Side by side.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. I kind of just want to, I don't know. I kind of just want to take a moment to, like, I don't know, to assess the world. Hold on, guys. Okay. So give me 1 second. Let me figure myself the F out. Okay. So, as I was saying, I kind of just want to take a moment to figure out the world because today is crazy. It's just been a crazy day. I got to run a bunch of errands.
That's not Mexican food.
It's not?
No.
Okay, find somewhere else. So, we had to go get some stuff at the store, just, run some errands. And my husband went to go get a shopping cart. We were at Walmart. I think I'm going to we have to stop shopping at Walmart. We do. We just do. So we were at Walmart and, what do you call it? I was getting a whole bunch of stuff and we didn't have a shopping cart. And so my husband goes to go get a shopping cart. We were near like the automotive section and he leaves and I'm just holding a whole bunch of stuff and this man passes by.
She's Mexican.
This man passes by and he tells me, do you need a shopping cart? There's shopping carts over there. And he points to like the entrance to go to the tire place, or the oil changing part of Walmart. And I was like, oh, my husband went to go get a shopping cart, but thank you. And he was like, oh, okay. So he walks off and I thought my husband went to the front. So instead of waiting for him, I put the stuff down in a pile on the floor. And I went to go get a shopping cart where he told me to get a shopping cart. And it turns out that's where my husband went. And I see him arguing with another man. The thing with me is I am docile in real life until I see you fucking disrespecting my husband. And then the ratchet comes out of me. And I was like, what's wrong? Why are you arguing? And my husband's telling me, fuck him. And that was a worker. And I was like, what's wrong? Calm down. And my husband's walking off, and this man is still talking to my husband. I was like, hold up. I didn't even know what was going on. Apparently, Walmart and his stupid ass rules. You cannot enter from the oil changing door. Like, there's a door to go to where they change the oil, and you can't enter from there. Well, he didn't enter from there. Someone else did. And that guy walked off. And so the worker was accusing my husband of coming in the wrong way. And normally I would tell my husband, just calm down. Just fuck him. Just calm down, whatever. Because my husband, he doesn't get mad very often, okay? He just doesn't. And this guy was still following him, talking shit. And I was like, you know what? Get your fucking manager out here. And he goes, okay, yeah, I'll get my manager. I said, yeah, get him. Okay, get him. So he brings over, and I hear him telling the manager guy that's in I'm still shaking. I hear him telling the manager guy that's like 2 aisles away, yeah, they're just mad because I was telling them they can't. Oh, motherfucker. So the guy comes over, and I was like, first off, your employee is not properly trained. Instead of de-escalating a situation, he goes and antagonizes my husband. We obviously, and my husband comes back, he had filled the cart, right? And my husband was yelling, check the cameras. That ain't me. Check the camera. And I was like, oh, motherfucker. So my husband comes back. He had put all our stuff in the shopping cart. He comes walking back. And I said, clearly, we shop here quite a bit. We contribute to your paycheck. The least you could do is treat us with some fucking dignity. And
yeah, they sell tacos, but they're not real tacos.
Oh, what you mean not real?
They always sell ground beef tacos.
That's not a taco.
They don't accept debit or credit card, so I withdrew cash for no freaking reason.
That's like Taco Bell tacos.
That's what I said.
Anyways, so I'm like talking to his manager, the department manager, and this guy motherfucker is rolling his eyes.
Roll his eyes at me.
And then the manager says to him, tell him you're sorry. And the guy goes, I'm sorry, but I said, no, motherfucker, you're either sorry or you're not. There's no but to it. That is a complete sentence. I am sorry. I'm gonna call the fucking store manager. But anyways, so we left. We paid for our stuff and we left. And we went. I needed to get shoes. So we went to the only clothing place that's open in this area. I went to Ross. You can't bring me to Ross and expect me to only get what I'm supposed to get. So I'm over here getting a whole bunch of stuff. I was putting it in my cart to try it on.
Am I going here instead?
No.
Huh?
I don't want to eat there.
Why not?
Because that's fake Mexican food too.
That's better than the
They're
other.
not really from Jalisco.
Okay.
They're not really from Jalisco. They're just fronting. That's not real Jalisco food.
Then I'm gonna have to cook you food from home.
Okay. So anyways, we go to Ross. And I'm still kind of pissed off about this guy. So I guess I'm like retail therapy. And I went all the way to the back. I know that their dressing room is closed, but I wore my pajamas out. My pajamas are like skin tight, semi see-through pants. I couldn't find my pants. So I just wore my pajamas out. And I went all the way to the back of the store, right in front of the sign that says the dressing room is closed. That's fine. I just put it over my pajamas. To which I was starting to just put stuff over my pajamas. And then the worker goes, ma'am, you cannot do that back here. What? I have my clothes on though. I'm not getting undressed. So she told me, the rules are you have to take it home. And I said, well, what's your return policy? You can bring it back within 30 days. So now I have a shit ton of clothes that I'm probably going to return tomorrow. Oh my God, what is wrong with the energy today, you guys? It's not just me, is it?
Nope.
It's not just me.
It's that dude at Walmart in the automotive
I know, he started it. What he needs is some freaking...
He needs 10 woosas.
He needs some CBD. I'm gonna start putting some in his water. He just needs some CBD. What kind of it? Look, you know, I understand people are who they are, but please, sir, you cannot do that bitch ass behavior in a professional capacity. Maybe in your personal life, maybe in your personal connections, you can, you know, be a little shithead and have the last word for everything and roll your eyes.
Roll your eyes.
But in Walmart, ratchet ass Emmie will slap the shit out of you. No, I won't. I wanted to. I wanted to tell him, roll your eyes one more motherfucking time and see what the fuck happens.
What time you get off of work?
No, leave him alone. He's probably having a bad day already.
Yeah, he's enforcing the rules. Even though I didn't go fucking from the automotive. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, don't be disrespectful to my husband. Only I can give him attitude. You didn't pop out how many of his babies. Only I can give him attitude like that. Try and have the last word. Motherfucker's tripping. Unless he starts popping out your babies with their big ass heads,
Right?
he can't talk shit to you.
You call my kids.
I'm just
they
saying.
get big heads. Don't say about the kids.
Maybe the slap will reverberate to those who need it the most. No, you can't solve things with violence. Unless you get violent with me first. In which case, I will absolutely solve that shit with violence. But up until that point, I like to keep my hands to myself. I like to just be verbally aggressive. I was just like, this motherfucker, he said, I'm sorry, but bitch, take your mask off and say that straight. That's why he felt so brave. I'm just saying. Aquarius full moon. I had a security guard tell me to use a hand sanitizer or leave.
For what though? Why would they tell you that?
I just don't understand what is wrong with the world. Why do you need to use hand sanitizer? Like, isn't that your choice? So, okay. The reason I got so irritated being told that I couldn't try on clothes on top of my clothes, I guarantee you, I promise you, I will not be wearing a mask when I try that shit on at home. It is better off for you to let me try it on top of my clothes where my skin is covered and I have this stupid ass mask on my face, breathing hella hard through fabric, instead of me taking it home where I'm going to be eating some food, trying stuff on, twirling around, no mask on, unwashed hands. Yo, that just fucking makes no sense. You just made it harder for your employees. Now you got to bring all of it back. I got my receipt. You're going to give me back the money anyways. You wasted my time. You wasted my gas. I'm just keeping it all. I don't even want to see their faces anymore.
But the lady was nice.
I know, I'm just too lazy to try on stuff. I don't know my size. So for the longest time, I was like a size, I don't know, 16 or 18. And then I dropped down to like, I want to say to myself that I was a 0. For years, I was that size. And then I started this project to like Operation Grow the Booty. And then I was like a size 6 in the thighs. I don't fucking know what size I wear. So as this lady is telling me that I can't try things on, I put on one leg of the pants. And I'm looking at her and I'm looking at my thigh and I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay. And then I flexed my thigh and then I looked at her again and she was just looking at me like she was going to kick me out. And I was like, okay. And I took it off and I threw it back in the cart with as much attitude as I can while my hand is injured. Today has just been a day.
I'm gonna take you home and then I'll go order the food.
No, I want to go too.
I think you gotta work on your thing because I'm gonna go all the way down a bit.
Did you see that slope link?
I did. I'm gonna die today.
Okay. We spray it when you bring clothes back. Are you kidding me? Why can't you do that after I've taken it off in the dressing room? It is. Look. I'm wearing my jammies. My see-through ass jammies. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I'm wondering if it was because my fucking pants are see-through. You can't see my ass crack, right?
No, because it's camouflage because of this thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can't even see my ass crack. It's camouflage because of the stitches. I need a taco. I do. I don't understand the world. Can you guys help me to understand this? I don't understand procedures. I don't even live near a Target. It would take me, I don't know, like 2 or 3 hours to get to a Target. And half the shit they have at Target, I'm just not young like that no more. I can't wear that kind of stuff. I'm not young like that. But I'm not old like that either. I'm like in this weird in-betweener phase.
You're a tweener.
Yes, my second tweenhood. I've entered my second tweenhood. I'm not that young, but I'm not that old. And my fashion is kind of quirky. So, workout clothes it is. You can't go wrong with workout clothes. Online shopping just got made that much better looking.
I bought your thing, you know that, right?
Where? What? Oh, excuse me, guys. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, guys. There we go. Oh, there we go. He brought my pokey. No, it's not a pokey.
Selfie stick.
My selfie stick. Yeah. See, Monica knows. I'm like, I don't want to look matronly, but I'm not exactly like Hoochie Mama Hood Rat no more. You know, it's just too much.
More.
I just do the dumb face and smile. So far, I get away with just doing whatever I want. I usually get away with doing whatever I want. Today, not so much.
You didn't slow blink.
She's Latina. I think that would have been a cat fucking fight if I slow blinked her ass. She looked like she wasn't going to take none of my shit today.
Oh.
I felt her breathing through her fucking mask.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was just like, is it worth it? Is fighting you worth it? Because you're the only fucking clothing shop that I can go to in like a 200-mile radius. I guess I won't fight with you today. All right. Let's see. Slick, that only works if you can do the face and the energy for you don't know. The moment you start feeling empowered is not going to work.
And plus you got the mask on, so it doesn't really work.
Yeah. So, something about my voice. When I decide to talk in my high throat, it really sounds disempowered. It sounds very confused, and that's how I get away with a lot of things. Excuse me, ma'am, you can't come this way. What? Oh. Really? Oh my God. What? It's the wrong way. Okay, ma'am, just go. Oh, thank you. Are you sure? Yes, just go. Hurry up and just go. Okay. Try it, Slick. See what happens. The one time I did try that in Colorado years ago, I got pulled over driving the RV years ago. And I tried that. And I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's because the RV takes a long time to accelerate. And so I didn't want to push on the brakes. And that shit didn't work. He was like, ma'am, this is like a weapon on wheels. I need to protect my men out here. So if you're telling me there's a mechanical failure, I'm going to go ahead and have this towed. No, we're perfectly fine. I've never had my voice get so deep. No, we're perfectly fine. I'll just take the ticket. Yeah. So I don't like Walmart either. I don't understand why they have someone. Why the fuck do they have to email me to let me know that masks are now mandated? Have you not been saying that for the past how many months? I'm just saying, they emailed me to let me know.
They reminded you.
They emailed me to let me know they're going to have a poor soul standing outside under a canopy to greet me. That's in addition to the 2 poor souls who are standing like 10 feet away from them, counting whoever comes in and who leaves.
Yeah.
That's just fucking ridiculous.
What a job.
It feels like they drop the frequencies in there on purpose. Yeah, absolutely. It's just so convenient. I think I need to just be less convenient. Like, you wouldn't see the big ass sign that says masks are required. I want to see the big ass legislation. Let me just stop. And I was driving through the southern states, and apparently someone set fire to California again. And it's all across Arizona, all across New Mexico. I'm about to drive all the way to Texas, to Tejas. No, thank you. I'm good. Start with, hi, officer, how are you? Oh. That's good. What do you mean? Officers tend to like me. No, they don't. They don't. Oh, that was such a lie. In 2009 or 10, they had the kiosk to switch to Obamacare, but I'm sorry, what? They were scanning your eyeball? How about they scan my middle finger? finger. The nail bed of my middle finger. Wow. They might bring in the mattress police to enforce masks.
That shit over here, dumbass.
You guys, this is just amazing shit. Okay. Wait, what? I'll be like, motherfucker, this is medical tyranny. You do not get to touch my person with chemicals unless you want me to die. I'll die off that stuff. I inhale fucking chemicals because I feel my lungs now. The goof went and got tested. Now these contact tracers are up. Wait, what? Contact tracers came for my neighbor. I spotted them with the blue tags on lanyards around their neck. Wait. The goof went and got tested. Now these contact tracers are up in her biz. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No one gets to come visit me. I was telling my cousin to come visit me. No, bitch. Stay in your crazy ass state. Stay in California. Stay there. Oh my God.
California.
Wow. So I need another inhaler at this point. Like another puffer. Because I feel myself get wheezy.
Wheezy F, baby.
I'm not getting tested for shit. Daddy, if I come down with symptoms, bury me in the backyard. Fuck that shit. Wow.
Bury you in the backyard.
No, don't bury me in the backyard. I'm not gonna die. Don't worry. I looked at my wrist. According to palmistry, I'm gonna live way past 80 years. Way past it. Let me see your wrist. Bend your arm like this. Motherfucker, you're gonna live real long too. Bitch, you can't cut out on me. You're stuck with my ass. And if you try and die, I will resuscitate you. I'll be like, Jesus, bring his ass back. His ass ain't done. Bring him back. Put him back in his body.
I thought you putting me in a Ziploc.
No, that's only if you really actually die. We have such a loving relationship. I told my husband that if he dies before me, I'm going to cremate him and I'm going to keep Ziploc bags of him
We got little bags.
in my purse. Just so he
baggies.
can travel with me everywhere. Because I already know that if I'm not with my husband, I plan to be single and celibate the rest of my life because I can't deal with, man, I just dealt with you for a long ass time. I'm not dealing with another one. Just saying, fuck that shit. I'd rather be single and celibate. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna put sandwich bags of your ashes in the car. I'm gonna be driving a motorcycle by then.
Oh, okay.
I'll tape you to like the handlebars or something.
Handlebars?
Yes. Would you like that?
Yep.
I'll have you turned into a diamond, a small one. And I'll get like I'll get a bone post and have it pierced through my nipple so you're always near my heart.
Oh, okay.
Would you like that?
Yes, I do.
And then I'll have another part of you turned into another diamond, and I will go ahead and pierce my hood so you're always there too. And I'll put my tongue piercing back.
That's painful.
So you'll be there too. Oh my God. I already have plans for him. Don't worry. So what's your plans for me if I die before you?
I'll just put you in a bucket.
Every time you meet a new girl, you take just a little, like a pinch of it, rub it in your hand and go.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And if she coughs and gets upset, she's not for you. But if you explain to her, this is my dead wife's ashes, and she's like, oh my God, that's so sweet, that's for you. You need someone that's gonna love you through all the crazy. You know what I mean?
Put you in. Roll me up a cigarette and put you in.
Yeah, you ask her to smoke out with you and sprinkle a little bit of me all over.
What is that, Keith? Oh, it's
Keef. It's just some keef. Don't worry, it's sacred keef. Oh my gosh. How did they know? I was at the IRS and the girl at the desk looked up the return of her high school. Wait, what? Ooh. That's crazy. Why would you look that up? Why would you, why would you look that up? That's so stalkerish. That is so stalkerish. I know people do that to me. I know. I know they do that shit. There was this lady. You remember Silver? Mm-hmm. Patty. We'll call her Patty. So, Silver Patty over here. She was pissed off at me, so she tried to get my full legal name, which I had given it to her before. Unfortunately, bitch didn't know which names went with the first name, which names went with the middle name, which names went with the first last name, and then the second last name, and then the third last name. So she didn't know. She didn't know. And her daughter calls me and is like, oh, she was asking me how I spell your name because she's trying to run a background check on you. I'm like, girl, what does she need a background check on me for? I don't know. She's trying to pull up some dirt. I've never been arrested. There's no dirt. I don't have any parking tickets. Yeah. There's no dirt. Who knows? But I wanted to know how they knew she was who she dated in high school. I'm wondering if that wasn't all she did. I'm wondering if they were already checking her. Maybe she was keeping tabs on other people's social security numbers and was potentially selling them. I don't think they would find it off one thing like that. I don't think so. She might have made some incriminating comments to her coworker or employer, and they probably launched an internal investigation. And when she did that, that was the final thing they needed. Catching her in the act. I mean, they watch you for quite some time. They watch you for quite some time. If they suspect something, motherfuckers, you can keep watching me all you fucking want. The only thing I'm guilty of is being fucking fabulous. I'm just saying. There's no illegal shit over here, okay? I don't even cross the street jaywalking. Oh, that's because I'm always in a car with my seatbelt on, paying my fucking taxes. Know what I'm saying? Right. Yep, unauthorized access. I just joined. Who are we discussing? We're just discussing weird people. That's all. And the government does know quite a bit about you. They do know quite a bit about you. Quite a bit.
They got DNA
Quite
samples.
a bit. They do have my DNA.
Everything.
I submitted myself. This is when I still believed in humanity. I submitted myself to a battery of tests because one of my children was clinically diagnosed with Asperger's, and that put me on a list. And when I got pregnant again, they wanted to take my hair and other genetic things to track the development of my unborn child and see if he would also end up with Asperger's. So they do have my DNA. They absolutely do. They have vials of my spit, my hair, skin shavings, blood samples. I mean, they could totally build another Emmie. Hint, hint. Build another one of me. That'll be fucking fun. See what happens. See what happens. Clone me. See what happens. My defiance, my rebelliousness, that's programmed in the DNA. See what happens. You think you're going to make yourself a little super soldier? she will probably duct tape your ass to the ceiling without you waking up. Let's see. Ever have blood taken? They keep it on file. Yep. Yep. And then when I was in high school, I totally thought I was going to be a non-humanitarian for my life. I really was hell-bent on that. That was my dream. A humanitarian nun. I also wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon and cardiothoracic surgeon. I also wanted to be the head of the ED, emergency department. I just wanted to dominate the whole world is what it is. So yeah, I donated my blood. Every time they went to harvest blood from the young folks, I would donate quite a bit. And then my college, I went ahead and donated more blood there. I was going to go ahead and donate my eggs too for people who can't have children because of whatever reason their eggs are not viable. I was going to donate my eggs, but then I was like, I can't have someone else raise my child. That's my child. And then I was going to be like a surrogate mom for people who can't get pregnant. And then I was like, no, that child grew inside me. That's my child. So I was like, okay, I can't do any of those. I just love babies so much. Let's see. What happened? He wanted to be an epidemiologist. Okay. When... Oh, they harass you to get more? Wow. Who's Maddie? Wait, especially if you're a star seed. Yeah, I used to have a lot of symptomatic presentation of like just really bizarre things. And whenever they would do testing, everything comes out inconclusive. And then people started asking certain questions, and I was like, nope. Okay. Let's see. They just took some for testing for antibodies. They've tested me for all sorts of antibodies, all sorts of stuff. Are we eating inside?
Oh, I was just ordering to go.
Okay.
If you want to eat inside.
No, we can do it to go. Let's see. Ooh, I never responded to the RH request for my DNA. What do you guys think about RH negative stuff? So every single time I'm pregnant, I experience the same type of, I guess you could say, rejection that someone that's RH negative would experience, like the health struggles. I experience preeclampsia. I have to be in strict bed rest from like week 3 or 4, because I found out very early when I'm pregnant. I pretty much know when I'm screwed. I can tell. I can feel it when fertilization occurs. I don't know how to explain that. I just know. Like, I told you. Okay, so with that, I've always tested negative. Like, I don't have RH negative blood, but someone told me a few. Oh yeah, Mel, but I'm not in California anymore. There's inside eating. I was told that you could be a weak positive. So basically, I don't get that though. Like a hidden positive, a hidden negative. I have the characteristics. I do. If you go through my hair, sometimes you can see it. Like, depending on what my thyroid is doing, my hair is actually curly. See? It's actually curly. But when my thyroid's acting like a little shithead, this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can... Sometimes if you go like this, you'll see a single strand of like fiery red hair. I don't know. Anyways, crazy. Just today on the news, they showed these DNA plastic test kits they're going to send out to swab your cheek for the... What are the swabs? I need to look more into the concept of exosomes and how they, I refuse to do anything that does not sit right with me. The swabs are going to test positive. So what happens if you're asymptomatic? What if you're positive but asymptomatic? Did they still take you away? Or do they just kind of, for sure, they're going to take you away? I don't know. All of this talk is just crazy. It's crazy. Are the swabs going to give the person the virus? I've been hearing a lot of different chatter about how all the swabs are tainted and that's what's, for DNA, and then they're going to ask to take your children in for blood. For cloning? What? I'm telling you, try cloning me. See what happens. My little assassin genes will... I don't know. I'm just not going out of my yard. Wow. Wow. What are Rogum shots? What are those? Yeah, I don't... I think after a certain point, I don't plan to leave my house anymore. Reese is negative, the only group that can't be cloned. Oh, that gave me chills. Wow, they want the government kickback for the positive test. The states are broke AF, and the positive test would bail them out. What are blue babies? I read that as blue balls. I was like, what are blue babies? So RH negative, they can't clone you. Have any of you been experiencing like a lot of static shock lately? Like you touch something and you get shocked? They wanted to know how many of us were here for the event. A lot. Many are hidden. The tests only detect if you have had the flu. Then you have to have COVID symptoms to then be labeled as actually having COVID. The tests are 80% false positive and 20% false negative. Melinda, from what I'm hearing, you don't even need the test to be considered COVID. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. In your feet and knees, especially door handles. Yes, and I broke a credit card machine yesterday. Wow. Okay. So how many of you who are feeling these static electric shocks, an increase in the static electricity, how many of you feel very, very, very drawn to me, like you know me, but you don't want to weird me out because you know I'm skittish and I might ban you? So you just don't say anything, but you secretly feel this. Not in a creepy way, though. Not in a way where I'm going to find out where she lives and knock on her door, but just this feeling. How many of you who have... See? You see? Keep going. Keep going. How many of you? Don't worry. I only ban people who are disrespectful or disgusting. No, I don't think you're creepy. So I have a few theories on the static electricity. So there's a lot of talk about this this injectable that is going to be like a body-wide chip, right? Well, it's nanites. It's nanobots, okay? Nanites. This is what they would do. This is how they would do it. This is technology that has been existent for at least 20 years. At least 20 years. And lo and behold, what you guys probably didn't realize they've been releasing this into the air for quite a few years. It's in the air, it's in the food supply, it's in the water. My theory has something to do with a certain type of frequency from a specific soul tribe. This is a subset within the Blue Ray Melchizedek tribe. We are here for something, and it's like you cannot be tracked in a conventional way. Me personally, I apply for something, I'm not in the system. I give you my full legal name, showing you exactly which names go what box, give you my social, my birthday, you have my driver's license, I'm not in the system. A few years back, I was on state insurance, health insurance, like years ago. I was on state insurance, and both me and I think it was my youngest, we had to go to the ER. We got some sort of like, I don't know if it was a stomach bug or food poisoning or what, but we were too dehydrated. I knew we had to go in. And so we went to the ER, they treated us, everything was fine. We came back home, and I want to say like 3 months later, maybe 4 months later, I get a call from the billing department. And they're like, we just want to let you know that if you don't either pay this bill or set up a payment plan, we will be reporting to your credit a negative report and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wait, I have insurance though. And I was like, are you calling for me or my child? And apparently my child has insurance through me, but I don't. I was like, does that make sense? Does that make sense? A 2-year-old has health insurance, but the mother doesn't? Does that make sense? That does not make sense. So he was like, well, we're going to have to go ahead and fucking report it, you fucking idiot. Go ahead and report it. There's no way in hell a toddler would have health insurance, but his mother doesn't. And he was under my group. I was like, y'all are fucking idiots. So things like that. Another few years ago, I went to go buy an RV, gave them all my information for the loan information. They even had my driver's license. And the guy comes back and he's like, who are you running from? Are you a fugitive? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he said that I wasn't in the system. He tried all sorts of different ways and entered all my information, and I just don't exist. Anytime, like for financial aid for school, when I was a teen, well, not a teen, well, yeah, my teens, early 20s, when I was going to college, financial aid would always, like, they couldn't never find my damn information. No one can ever find my information. It's crazy. So things like that, you're not supposed to be tracked in that way, I don't think. And I think like the static pulses, when you feel that static electricity, that shock, you're pulsing, you're sending out, it's almost like a low-grade EMP. It sounds crazy when I explain this outside of my Kokoro 33 program, because in that program you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like, it's a pulse. It comes from energetic centers, specific ones, and it disables nanites. It disables it. So that's one hell of a theory, huh? My naturopath told me I'm not allowed to get my DNA tested, told my husband, and he only wants me to get my blood drawn from him. He said it's just safer for you. I don't know that you want to say that on a live stream. You know I'm being tracked, right? You might want to delete that. I really am being monitored because someone tried to extort me a few years back. The FBI regularly watch my content. Still an ongoing investigation, so you might want to not comment stuff like that. I'm just saying. My guides told me to avoid DNA tests because they were looking for someone or something activated in it. Plus, third-party testers can patent your DNA and they would own it. It's Mary's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. So happy birthday to, I forgot that I was still singing. I think what's going on, they're looking for a specific, is it called a haploid? It's a specific thing that they're looking for. The problem is, and now we're getting all into kooky, conspiracy shit. The problem is this. There was technology that was found, crafts, blah, 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 blah. It was found years ago, intact, operational, but they can't operate it. You know why? They don't have the proper coding. It's a specific type of resonance. And the being has to be alive. They have to be alive. You can't just harvest the blood. You can't clone this. It's a specific resonance within the blood, within the coding, the genome. And that particular group, they can operate these machines, but they won't do it for you. You can't bribe them. You can't coerce them. You can't threaten them. This is a group of human beings. It's like a hybridized code. And Michael says stop. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, they can use nanotech in a person to read a person's frequency and record it. Then they can use the recording to manipulate someone with similar DNA. No, Slick, I actually can't. Michael said I'm not allowed to talk about this stuff. Ask Michael to tell you. There's a reason why I keep moving around. He said, that's all I'm allowed to tell you. There's a reason I keep being instructed to move. So, yeah. So, a few weeks back, I almost got human trafficked. No, seriously. I did, almost. That's not the first time. It's not the first time. Yeah. The world is crazy. Definitely crazy. This world is super duper crazy. It's not safe for certain types of topics to be discussed. It's just not. It's not. You can discuss to a certain point, and discussing anything beyond that point, algorithms are definitely triggered. They're definitely triggered. I don't need that kind of, the track and trace is failing over here. They can't get anything right. Yeah. They can't take me too chubby to be. Stop. So, yeah, I'm one of those where if you did try and take me, you would need at least like 3 or 4 people to successfully take me. So I've been very sensitive to feelings, thoughts, all of that for months now. And my son and I, when we were on our trip to South Dakota, on our way home, we decided to stop at this one restaurant that we used to, when we lived in this area, we used to always go there. We would never eat there. My husband would always get things to go because I was always like rushing from appointment to appointment. So every time he would get food, if the owner was there, my husband would talk about her to me. He's like really fond of her. She jokes around with him. She's very friendly. All of this stuff. He always has really good things to say about her. So when my son and I, when we were driving through the area, we decided to stop at that restaurant, and we decided to eat in the restaurant. This was my first time going in. And as soon as we go in, there is this man sitting right across from the entrance. And he's just eating, and I see his face, and he's just staring at me. He's not blinking at all. He's looking me up and down. My son is way over 6 feet tall. You gonna try and take his mama, you're gonna have a hard time. He's gonna fight with you. So this guy just kept staring, and then they took us to a table to the left and around the corner, because it's like a U-shaped restaurant. And we sat down, and as soon as we sat down, I asked my son, do you feel nervous? I suddenly feel very anxious. And he's like, "Do you have your gun?" But of course. Um, so in the area, it's open carry. That's an open carry area. So yeah, I open carry. And he was just like, he was feeling really off, really off. And then kind of behind us, um, there's a table. We were the only ones there eating. We were the only ones there. So there was a table, and it sounds like these three other guys, not the one that was looking me up and down, three other guys, they were getting in a very heated type of conversation. And they were speaking a different language. And then the lady starts talking, and it's almost like she's trying to say no, no. And I was telling my son, I don't want to eat here. I don't want to eat here, because I could feel the conversation was focused on me. I'm very, very sensitive when people talk about me. If I'm in the same physical location as you, I know. I don't have to hear you. I don't have to know your language. I know when the topic is about me. I knew. And so I told the waitress, "Oh, we can't stay. I just got a text. We have to get going. Can we get our food to go?" And so, they make our food, package it up, and as we're leaving, we have to walk past that table where they were kind of getting loud with each other. Uh, one of the men was standing up, and he was in the walkway, and he was kind of standing sideways, and he looks at me. I can't get through without him moving. And he's like that, and I was like, "Excuse me." Mind you, my purse is right here, right? My son's holding the food. My purse is like this, open carry on the right hip. All I have to do is reach my hand down. And what ends up happening, he moves out of the way, and he has like such a disgusted look that we're leaving. And the owner was sitting there, and she was facing the wall. She had her face turned. If she just looked forward, she'd be looking straight at me. She had her face turned, and she was staring at the wall, and she goes, "Thank you." And she wouldn't look at us. And then I look back at my son, and he's like, because he's been in that restaurant too. He knows her. And we leave, we get in the car, and my son's like, "Lock the doors. Let's leave right now. Let's leave right now. Let's not even get gas." I'm like, "Fuck that. I have to get gas." And he goes, "No, just keep driving. Go somewhere else. Let's go to a different city to get gas. You never know. They might be following us." And I was like, "Why are you so worried?" And he's like, "I think they were going to human traffic you." And I was like, I know. Because in person, I'm not big. I'm not small. But I look very easy to pick up. And so, yeah, no. And that's not the first time something like that has happened. It's not. Years ago in Arizona. And that one, never again will I stay at a trap house motel. We were there just to do something very quick. We had moved out of Arizona already. And we had to go back to take care of the last little bits of our business with our former landlord. And we were at an extended stay near Phoenix. Do not, if you're going to stay in Arizona and you're by yourself, go stay like in Scottsdale or something. We were in the wrong side of Phoenix. And it was daytime, and I was just organizing the trunk of our minivan. It was backed into the parking space right outside of our hotel room or motel room. And a couple doors down, we didn't know until we were already in the room. There's a pimp, literal pimp. And he had some of his girls at work. So they walked past me, and instead of walking all the way with them, he decided to stop right behind me. At which point I got in the trunk. I got in the trunk of my minivan, folded down the seat, and went all the way into the minivan. Like, fuck this shit. And then he walked across the parking lot. It was just, not that far. It's across the parking lot. and he was just standing there watching me the whole time, to the point where Frey felt something and he came out. He came out of the, first he opened the blinds, the curtain, and he looked, and I was like, I was like, I don't know. And then he came out with his Glock. I was like, what are you gonna do? He's like, I don't know. I don't like that guy looking at you. And I was like, I know. Can we just pack and leave? I don't want to stay here at all. So we left. We left. But I could tell the thoughts. He was calculating how much I can earn in a day. So, and that was years ago. Human trafficking is really real. Again, several years back, one of my friends from California, he got in touch with me because his friend, their 16-year-old daughter disappeared. And they thought she ran away, and he wanted me to find out if she's okay. And I was telling him she's not okay, she's been trafficked. And he's like, oh, but no one broke into the house, she left. And I said, yes, there's a young man, he has a baby face, he has been contacting her through social media, and he's in the area. He invited her to go out, and they took her. And he was like, you mean the boyfriend? He doesn't know. No, not the boyfriend. It is a young man, a very attractive young man, who invited her out, and she decided to meet up with him. And I was telling him, if you guys don't find her within 3 or 4 days, you're never going to see her again. They're taking her to Mexico. And what ended up happening with that, the parents got really desperate, and I felt it. And so I did what I needed to do, and I influenced her, and she ended up calling her parents. It was a trafficking ring. They had her in a hotel room in San Luis Obispo. They had her there because she wasn't fighting them. They left her by herself just to go get some food. And when I felt that, I was like, you have to call the police. And so the police were called. They rescued her. But it was a trafficking ring, exactly what I was seeing. But, you guys have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. This world is only as dangerous as your lack of attention can allow it to be. If you pay attention, the area that you occupy, where you go, your plans, all of this, you have to know your area. You have to. Trafficking doesn't just happen in it happened to me again in Colorado Springs, Markers. Yeah. So, like this girl, the 16-year-old that was taken, she was gone for, I want to say, maybe a week. And she came from a comfortable family. Comfortable. Also, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter your age. Not just kids that get kidnapped. Wow, human trafficking is heavy. The border to Mexico is just a few miles away. Yeah. And, I don't understand this whole, what I pick up on every time that's happened. They begin to calculate. They don't calculate what kind of fight I'm going to put up. Because, again, in person, I look very unassuming. I look very gentle and... Yeah, they just assumed that it would be an easy thing. What I noticed them doing the most within the first, not even 5 minutes, probably within the first 3 minutes of seeing me, what I pick up on is they start to calculate how much money I will make them. So, yeah, that's every single time. That's what I picked up on, and every single time. It's a feeling that comes up, and I'm like, no. And then Michael, he will be like, pay attention. And I'm like, oh, shit. I don't want to be sold. Human trafficking makes more money than drugs, but they only have discussed the war on drugs until Trump came into office. Arrests have skyrocketed. So, okay, Melinda, that's a really good point that you're bringing up. Okay, I have not been shy about saying I don't trust Q. I don't believe Q. because it's taken too long to see any type of evidence that there really were busts going on for, the rings and stuff. Now I'm seeing more stuff, more indictments, more sealed documents being unsealed. Maybe he's true. I don't know. I still don't trust him for now, until he gives me an actual reason to fully trust him like that. But it's good to see that, that some of the things that he was talking about is actually coming up. Michael definitely has my back. He better have my back. I'm just saying. We're not just homies, Michael. He's my personal guardian. Because I always get myself into shit. Y'all think I'm joking. I literally always get myself into all kind of stuff. We have a tight neighborhood watch. Oh, Markers, I was watching this video. I forget what state it's in, but they have a neighborhood watch too. There is this like shack near a creek, and they've already several times they found people being held there, and it's like the police just disregard the neighborhood watch. Michael is definitely busy these days. So it's just crazy. Yeah, anyone they can grab. And if you look like you're not aware of your surroundings, that makes you more of a target. I think Organite interferes with some of the tracking. I started making my own a few years ago in hopes to heal myself and block the negative effects of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cell towers. That's really good. I hear, so I was watching this video by Richie from Boston. I agree with some of the things he posts. I disagree with some of the things he posts. But he was talking about how doctors have concluded and written papers on PubMed. I don't know.
Sorry.
That the symptoms of COVID is actually connected to 5G, and people were speculating that from the start. 5G can definitely be mitigated with Organite. I don't make Organite though. Did you hear that a Mexican drug cartel leader was caught this weekend? Oh shit. Which cartel? Sinaloa? I don't know. Never mind.
Mind your business.
Michael goes, how would you know? I don't know. Shit, I watch a lot of documentaries. Richie is like a gatekeeper. He wants people stuck on chemtrails. I've never seen Richie from Boston talk about chemtrails. So what I was saying about Richie, the only reason I mentioned his name is so you can go find the video yourselves, because I don't remember all of the information.
Let me stop.
But he has his personal beliefs that I don't necessarily agree with, and he's entitled to his beliefs. But he does provide quite a bit of information that... Hey, is that my watch?
No, this is water.
He does provide quite a bit of information that lines up with the information that my higher self gives me. And I don't watch all of his stuff, just certain things that I'm called to.
What are you talking about, Richie from Boston?
Yeah, not all the entire info. And that's true for anyone I watch. I really only, and I don't watch too many, to be honest. And you guys should never just totally take in everything that one person says, because what if they're wrong? What if they're wrong? That's the very reason I only ever half listen to my husband.
Oh, but I know he's right.
Sure. What'd you say? Let's see. The people installing it can only be around it 10 minutes at a time, allegedly. Oh, interesting. Yeah, some is off the wall kooky. Yeah, some of the stuff I just, yeah. But I'm pretty kooky my damn self, so. Oh, shit. Have you heard of El Maro? Ganglands? What was that show you watched? Ganglands?
Yeah, I love Ganglands.
I don't know, you guys. There's a huge tower at the end of Wood Street. Where's Wood Street? In California? There's a huge fire somewhere in California. We entered Needles, and I was like, what the hell? This place looked messed up. And the sun looked orange. It's just all messed up. That's part of the reason why I'm coughing. I'm very sensitive to smoke and pollution and stuff. Very sensitive. Alright guys, my tacos are waiting for me. My website. Not only do we discover galactic information your higher self shares with me during your session, I also activate that coding. So I went to the bank this morning and 4 out of 5 ATMs weren't giving cash. Frey is so South Bay. He is hella Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely. Ooh, 144. 144.43. What? Sorry. 144.43. By Emeryville Target. Oh, I know where that is. What's there?
Emeryville Target?
Yeah. A huge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that tower. There's quite a few different towers in the Bay Area. ATMs in Illinois are down too.
What?
I'm not sure what to make of that. I know they want us to go to a cashless society, but cashing out savings and things like that, that paper is going to be worthless if the economy does crash. I don't know. I don't believe in Nasara Jasara. Nasara Jasara. Jasara Jasara. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the Jasara, the new system where the Cabal can't hack into. I think that system is Cabal. I'm going to be really honest. Why would you want a singular system? Easier to control. I believe that system is Cabal. And I believe Q can dangle from my nutsack. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Businesses won't be giving us change. What? I wish they would. No, I'm kidding. I gotta go, guys.
They didn't give me no change. So
They didn't? What? You paid cash?
Yeah, it was like 40 something cents, but no change. Yeah, because remember I was going to go buy over there at that one Mexican restaurant, but apparently...
Did they give you a gift card for 40 cents?
No, there's no change.
What if one day we have some sort of emergency and that 40 cents would have made a difference?
Good thing they don't got payphones anymore.
See what I'm saying? What if we needed that 40 cents to make a phone call home? Like E.T. I'm really hungry.
Fun home.
Say that again?
Fun home.
Say it louder.
Fun home.
Talk to me like that later.
No problem.
I gotta go, guys. Bye.